Where did Satan's wickedness come from if God made him perfect? If God created Satan perfect, where did his evil come from? If God is perfect, it is an intriguing question how evil entered the world. Satan's initial desire for wickedness is a mystery, but according to the Bible, like all angels, Satan was initially created through the ministry of his Son Jesus Christ, as confirmed in John 1 verses 1 to 3. In the beginning the Word already existed. He was with God, and was God. Through the Word God made all things, and nothing that exists was made without it. All creatures owe their existence to God, and nothing was created without him. It is important to note that all of God's creations were perfect, including Lucifer, who later became the fallen Satan. From grace is truly remarkable. To understand this, let's listen to how the prophet Isaiah spoke about the origin and fall of Satan. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. How you have been hurled to the earth, you who once weakened. The nations you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven, I will raise my throne above the stars of God, and I will sit on the mount of assembly on the utmost heights of the sacred mountain. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, yet you will be brought down to the grave, to the depths of the pit. Ezekiel tried to offer an even more striking image of Satan's original state. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you: sardius, topaz, and diamond, chrysolite, onyx, jasper, sapphire, carbuncle, emerald, and gold. The workmanship of your tambourines and pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created. You were a cherub anointed to protect, and I placed you there. You were on the holy mountain of God, walking among the fiery stones. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created until wickedness was found in you. The increase of your trade filled you with violence, and you sinned. Therefore, I threw you in disgrace from the mountain of God, and you perished, but he also persuaded a part of the angels to join him against God. Some estimates suggest that about 1/3 of the angels followed Satan in his rebellion. At this point, Satan and his angels became truly evil and opposed in relation to God, his divine plan, and the humans he created. The word perfection captures the exceptional personal and moral qualities of Satan at his creation. He was not only full of wisdom but also radiated dazzling beauty. Both Isaiah and Ezekiel testifies that Satan had a special and close relationship with God. He resided on the holy mountain of God, which symbolizes the place of God's visible glory. However, without explicitly explaining how it happened, the account reveals that iniquity was found in this supposedly perfect angel. The best clue may be in Ezekiel 28 verse 17. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and your wisdom was corrupted by your splendor. So I threw you to the earth because of Satan's proud and self-centered nature. His wisdom was overshadowed. He became obsessed with himself, meditating on his own beauty rather than focusing on the glory of God. This led to his downfall. This story highlights the danger of pride and self-obsession. Jesus described seeing Satan's fall from heaven like lightning. To fully understand what Jesus meant, let's look at the context. It was when the 70 disciples returned after Jesus sent them to evangelize and prepare the way to Jerusalem. Upon their return, they were filled with joy. And perhaps out of personal pride, they reported to Jesus, Lord, even the demons submit to us in your name. Then Jesus warned them against pride, saying, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Jesus was cautioning against excessive pride, indicating that their pleasure in their authority over demons should not lead them to overbearing pride. Pride is a sin that can lead to others, just as excessive arrogance caused the fall of Lucifer and his expulsion from heaven. The disciples must guard against this danger in their ministry. Satan had exalted himself due to his pride. They should learn from his fall and remain humble in their ministry. As a consequence of his bad behavior and rebellion, God deposed Satan, and he was expelled from his privileged position on the holy mountain of God, coming to the earth after his original sin. His punishment awaits in the form of eternal fire, as mentioned in Matthew 25 verse 41. Satan brought evil into the world, being perfect in his creation, because evil originated within. him as he developed pride and arrogance, transforming something of beauty and perfection into sin and imperfection. Here are some of the things pride led Satan to contemplate and attempt against God. 1. Access to the presence of God, seeking to be equal to him. 2. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. The stars symbolize angels, and Satan desired to elevate his authority over other celestial beings. And 3. I will sit on the Mount of Assembly. This indicates that Satan aspired to rule over all matters, for I will be like the Most High. This statement represents the pinnacle of his self-assertion and rebellion, showing his bold ambition to be equal to God due to the rebellion caused by his pride and self-absorption. Satan's personality underwent a profound change, going from perfect to imperfect. The holiness he once obtained from his Creator was lost, and corruption took its place. The exact moment of Satan's fall is not explicitly revealed in the Bible. However, we can deduce time limits. Based on biblical evidence, at some point after the original creation of heaven and earth, Satan and his angels fell. It is unclear whether Satan fell before or after the creation of humanity, but it is evident that his fall occurred before Genesis 3, where the temptation of Adam and Eve is recorded. Satan successfully deceived and seduced some angels to join him in his rebellion, leading to their permanent moral decay. After that seduction, there was no return for them, and they were condemned to an existence of sin and destruction. The book of Revelation 12 verse 4 symbolically describes how a third of the stars in the sky, representing angels, were swept away by the dragon Satan and his attempt to thwart God's plans. It is crucial to remember that the same Bible that records the origin and existence of evil also depicts God as entirely just and perfect in all his ways. He views sin as extremely wicked and deserving of judgment, as stated in James 13, "When tempted, no one should say, 'God is tempting me.' For God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself tempts no one." Temptation does not come from God, but from our own weaknesses. God is beyond temptation and does not tempt anyone. Satan, with his beauty, became a source of pride that ultimately led to his expulsion from the presence of God. His own pride and self-importance led to the corruption of his mind. Still driven by pride, he sought to challenge God. Understanding Satan's pride serves as a cautionary lesson for us, helping us to avoid such pride in our own lives through the presence of the Holy Spirit.